foxes are coming closer. The only two creatures I've seen this entire night are two foxes. And they've been running after each other all night. And one of them just walked by. So that'll be interesting, I guess. Anyways, this is Night City. All of tonight, and really most of the day, I was sitting in my room today, and especially as it got dark, I began to hear this huge wind howling outside my window. And it went like this for hours. And in some moments I was listening really intently, and in some moments I would just sort of fade into consciousness and hear this like great, huge sound of like these trees shaking together and hundreds of leaves leaving to go somewhere else. And it was a little daunting. The nights are getting longer here, and when you look outside, you kind of expect it to be really cold and kind of unforgiving, and the wind sounds like it's going to rip your coat off and make you freeze. But I had sat in my room all of tonight, and I just had the feeling that if I wanted to, I could go night sit. And if I did, something interesting would happen. And it has. Earlier, when I had just come out, I saw a balloon that was floating over the road. And I can't really describe the pattern that it was floating in. It felt a little bit surreal. It didn't seem to be going particularly up in any direction. And it drifted in a way that felt very, very lifelike. And I thought, what are the chances that this balloon floated by just when I went out to night sit at 12:20 in the morning? And I think that is kind of night sitting. You're going to see something that you could only see at this specific time, at this specific place. And regardless of what that thing is, I think it's really important and helpful. Usually I leave my days sort of having wanted something more, whether it was to be more productive or to talk to more people, or really there are many ways that I think, many things that my mind can attach itself to. But regardless of what they are, coming out to night sit feels like I get to find something that I needed. And it is a pretty wonderful thing to be able to leave the night and go to sleep knowing that just by wandering outside at the very end of your night, you found something else, something that feels a little bit special or a little bit important. One of the really nice things about the wind is that when you look at a tree, it moves in a way that you could never really imagine in your own head, I think. It's like really impossible to think of all of the branches dancing together and shifting, and all of the leaves that are pulling off and floating away at any given moment. But if you find a windy night and you sit there, that's exactly what you're going to see. You're going to see as many trees as you can turn to, and they're all moving and shaking and waking up. And when it's just you and them, it feels closer. It feels like you're getting to watch them as they live their lives. I am finding that a windy night is a really good time to night sit, especially if you have a scarf, especially if the moon is nearly full, especially if there are two foxes on the hill over there yapping and yowling, and especially if your day has been missing something and you think that if you come out here and if you go for a little wander at the end of the night, maybe you will find it. And maybe you will find something else. At some point, I hope you'll go looking for things with me. I hope you'll come night say.